This episode is sponsored by DirecTV Stream. Get your TV together with the best of live and on-demand. Introducing DirecTV Stream. With DirecTV Stream, you can watch all of your favorite entertainment in one place. Everything from movies to news to live sports, and I can catch all of the latest shows for binging recipe ideas. Learn more at directtv.com/stream. The link is in the video description. I have something to admit to you guys. And it doesn't come easy to me to say something like this, but I've been lying to you. And it's been going on for 3.5 years now. And back in March of 2018, I put out an episode of Basics with Babish called Eggs Part 2, during which I whipped up a batch of Scotch eggs. And those Scotch eggs had beautiful, perfectly runny yolks. Well, here's the truth, folks. I overcooked those Scotch eggs. We were about to start over, start from scratch, do it right. But then an evil man named Tim, who's actually a dear friend of mine, had a dastardly idea, which was that we should take one of our extra soft-boiled eggs, dig out the overcooked egg from the sausage casing, shove the soft-boiled egg in there proper, close it back up, slice it in half, and boom, what would we have but a perfectly runny soft-boiled egg in the middle of our Scotch egg. It was dishonest, it was disorderly, it was downright un-American. That's not true. That's the most American thing I possibly could have done. Just fake that bullshit and reap the rewards. I made so much money. America, I'm sorry for lying to you. China, I'm sorry for lying to you. Norway, I'm sorry for lying to you. Ireland, I'm sorry for lying to you. Scotland, you had this coming. Anyway, I'm chopping this onion as penance for my misdeeds. And today I seek to set the record straight and show that I can indeed make an Scotch egg. So let's make a Scotch egg. My favorite way to make eggs, soft-boiled eggs, which we need for Scotch eggs, is to steam them. And that means I can just put them all in this clever little basket. This is more precarious than I thought it was going to be, but it's working. It's working. We're here. We're talking about it, and these guys are going to steam for 6 minutes. So saith the New York Times. Or wait, what is that? Root Family Review.
Why did you think it was the New York Times?
Because he's lying again.
The eggs are boiled, and we're going to let them chill in this ice bath until they're entirely chilled. And in the meantime, we're going to make our sausage to ensconce the egg once it's been peeled. We're going to make a little bit of, not breakfast sausage, but it has breakfast-type elements to it. It's a pork sausage with some fresh herbs in it, a couple spices, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and we're just going to f***ing whatever. Brad, what's your favorite? This is my favorite question to ask. Back when I was single, I would ask this on every first date. Like, whatever the person ordered sitting across from me, if it was, so say it was Scotch eggs. The question I was about to ask you was, Brad, what's your favorite Scotch egg experience? Because most people have had a Scotch egg like once, or not at all. And it's a very funny thing for me to say, I think, implying that this is something that happens every day. Anyway, Brad, what's your favorite Scotch egg experience?
I wouldn't know, because the only one I've had was a lie.
We have some fresh herbs added to our 1 pound of ground pork. Some fresh sage, some fresh thyme, and now I'm gonna add a couple spices, AKA brown sugar, which is not a spice, but I'm gonna add a tablespoon of brown sugar, less than a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, because I don't want it to be like spicy. I just want it to have a little bit of, oh, what is that? What is that? I have about a 1/4 teaspoon of ground fennel here, and just a hint of the old nutmeg. So, okay, we also need salt and pepper. I almost forgot, don't worry, I didn't forget. Now we just need to mix it up. And it's gonna be our sort of little little sausage buddy. A little sausage bud. Just like your boy Babby. I'm your little sausage bud. America. Oh boy. That's what this show becomes, is just me making myself laugh and trying to hold a face as long as I can so Brad can get the moment in there before I lose my shit. It's a little self-aggrandizing, which is a word that I've used twice today. But I used it in the morning. It's been 12 hours since I used that word. So that's enough time to use a word again. Self-aggrandizing. All right, so I'm making sure that this is all f***ing whatever, and we're, that's it. And what are you doing?
I'm just stretching.
I've never seen anyone stretch like this.
The rain's been hard on my joints.
Kendall, you're 23.
I am. No, I broke my knee. No, yeah, I did. Yeah. No, well, not my knee, obviously it's a joint, but the tibia in the knee area. And there's scar tissue and such. So when the pressure in the air, aka when it rains, changes, it hurts my knee sometimes.
I'm so sorry, Kendall. I'm not normally this mean. It's when the cameras get rolling, I want to be impressive, and that usually means picking on somebody else.
I don't think you've been mean.
Well, thank you.
Can we all just be vulnerable with each other for a minute, Like, can we just be nice?
It's so funny because we're acting like we aren't nice to each other, and we're so nice to each other when the cameras aren't rolling, because it's not as entertaining. But Kendall is the best thing to happen to this company in a long time. When she joined us a year ago, I already knew on her first day that she was going to be as valuable as anybody else who's working for this organization. And I really think that we've only grown and become who we are today because she's here. She's extremely talented and a very special, very funny, very knowledgeable person who I'm so grateful every day that she's joined us. And I hope she never leaves, but whatever she does for the rest of her life, I will do nothing but root for her. Is that vulnerable enough for you? I meant every word of that, just so you know. I meant every word. This is weird. Okay, sorry, Kendall. I meant every single word of that, but I did do it in a weird way. So wow, that could be my life motto. Anyway, we boiled these for an indiscriminate amount of time, and they're probably perfect. So let's go take a look at these perfectly soft-boiled eggs.
And you didn't steam them twice?
Absolutely not. No, the lies are over. I steamed these eggs twice because the first time I didn't do it enough, and the second time, we'll see. Uh-oh. No, these aren't done enough. That's my fault.
You'll get more eggs.
Oh no, man.
It's okay.
Rubber was discovered by accident. What if we accidentally discover the perfect way to soft boil an egg? Like if you take it out, shock it, and put it back in, it somehow just jumps out of its shell. Just you crack it and it's like.
It's possible.
Okay, folks. So Kendall's leaving. Which means that now we can finally get weird.
The guy at the grocery store, one of the managers, I don't know who, but he said, "Hey, this is the third time you've been here today. What? Am I gonna get you a uniform now?" So I work there now. I signed a contract.
Oh, shit.
So.
Okay. Well, it's been great.
Yeah.
And like I said, no matter where you go, we're rooting for you.
Thanks.
So we're never gonna see you again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay. Bye. What do we do, bro? All the burners are on, baby. We're just, Oh, this is scary. Never mind. This is scary. Oh no. Okay, Kendall was kind enough, her last act before she violently quit the organization just now was to buy us more eggs because I destroyed all of them. So now I'm going to try this again, and we have a process. We have an idea for an experiment. Because every recipe that I'm seeing says steam eggs for 6 minutes, but we just steamed eggs for 6 minutes, and they weren't soft boiled. They were just barely cooked. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this whole dozen eggs into the steamer basket, and then I'm gonna pull out 4 at a time at 1 minute. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put all dozen eggs into the steamer basket, and I'm gonna pull out 4 at a time at 1 minute intervals to see what is the actual perfect amount of time. Granted, I'm sure we did something wrong. Like, that's the only explanation why every recipe says steam eggs for 6 minutes and they come out perfect, and we did it and it up. I have to go get ice upstairs, so I'll be right back. I hope Brad's still rolling because I don't want to have to slate again. I hate slating. Slating is the worst part of my job, except working with Brad. Okay, we're coming up on 6 minutes for these eggs, at which point I'm going to extract precisely 4 of them. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set another timer for a minute. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, how am I gonna tell these apart? Shit. What am I gonna do? Here we go. Daddy has an idea. No, that's not enough. It's not enough water. Up, shit. Here we go. Ah! All right, that's another minute. This is the least scientific science that's ever been scienced. If Kendall were here, she'd be so damned proud of me for using science for good instead of for evil, like I normally do. I'm gonna arrange these by time. We have ourselves 6-minute eggs, 7-minute eggs, 8-minute eggs. We're gonna see which ones are the most properly cooked. As long as they stayed together, that's all I really give a shit about. So I'll go ahead and crack these first. Let's head over to the sink top, shall we? We have a 6-minute egg here, and it's holding together so far. So I'm wondering if maybe we f***ed up earlier somehow. I'm not sure how, but maybe we did. Oh, I broke a little bit, but that's okay. Not easy, peeling eggs. I'll be the first to say it in the world. Not easy, don't like it, don't care for it. This is not, how I want to spend my Thursday night when my wife is out with her friends having a good time, and I'm here with Brad. Oh, god damn it! All right, but look, it's undercooked. That's liquid white. Yep. These aren't fully cooked, so I'm gonna move on to these 7-minute eggs. Here we go. Break them all over. Who put me here? Whose cruel fucking joke is this?
I think you need to be kind to Andrew, like you are to everyone else. Because eventually, this boy's gonna hard boil an egg.
I'm trying to soft boil an egg. Oh yeah, okay, that's happening now. There we go. There we go. There we go. Uh-oh, I broke it. Motherfucker! Why? What's wrong with me as a man? This is 1 egg, folks, that we've been working on for the past 45 minutes. 1 egg. And look, the white's not even cooked. Look at that. White's not even cooked. What the f***? All right, I'm gonna try the 8-minute, boys. How long have we been sitting here? And I've been working on this 1 f***ing egg, and I'm hardly even an eighth done with it.
Too long.
Yeah, I know. Wait a minute. The membrane's still there. That's why this is so difficult. That's why. Oh my God. There's the membrane. I'm gonna pull it back. I'm gonna let the water flow underneath it. Oh, there you go. There you go. That's so much easier. I cracked it so well that I left the membrane intact betwixt the shell and the egg, and that caused it to be so goddamn hard that I nearly killed both Brad and myself.
There's something special about what's happened at the sink today. I feel like we've gone through...
Hell?
Or the Rubicon.
The Rubicon?
I don't know. Like,
What is the
isn't that a
Rubicon?
saying that like go across the Rubicon of something? It's like a.
Yeah, no, but I just know it because that's like a special edition Jeep Wrangler.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh. So here's what I'm gonna do, folks. I'm gonna peel 4 more of those, and I'm gonna do it off camera so I stop feeling so much goddamn pressure. So we'll see here when I'm done. I hate eggs. So these guys are ready to be wrapped in sausage, breaded, and deep fried, and then soaked in mustard mayo, and grain mustard mayo, and eaten with reckless abandon, shall we? So this isn't how I would recommend deep frying. Late at night with only a camera person who wants you to do goofy shit. This is a recipe for disaster. That's our new series coming out this fall on Fox. Recipe for Disaster.
Or entertainment.
That's too long a title, Brad.
Yeah, you're right.
First thing I have to do is wrap these guys in sausage. So I think this is enough for 4 eggs, question mark? So I'm gonna take about a quarter of it and flatten it out into a sort of porky pancake. It's accurate, okay? It's made of pork, it's flat, like a pancake, and I have a sexual attraction to it. See that? We're just gonna take the pancake, we're just gonna sort of, bye-bye, little buddy. See you in a bit. Pinch it shut. There we go. We have our guy wrapped in sausage. Nice runny yolk in there, I f***ing hope. And just enough sausage around it that when the breadcrumbs are browned on the outside, nicely cooked, that the sausage will be cooked through. We won't have to be worried about, eating raw ground pork the way that we so normally often do. I remember I made these for Being a virgin is cool. Say what? Being a virgin is cool. Huh? Being a virgin is cool. My man, being a virgin is cool. Huh? Anyway, leave a message. That's also the ultimate self-save. If you're at a party and you find yourself saying something weird, just be like, and that's why I'm convinced that Michael Jordan is actually 2 little boys in a trench coat. Anyway, leave a message. Just it gets you out of any crazy bullshit that you might be saying. Anyway, leave a message. Is my mic okay? Is it touching shirt?
Let me listen.
Now it's time to, at long last, bread and deep fry these little suckers. In more eggs. Isn't that ironic? No? That's not what irony means? What do you mean? I don't know. I'm just an English. All right. Oh! All right, so what we're gonna do now is we're going to bread and deep fry these little bastards using the double breading. We're gonna do, Jesus Christ. I'm in trouble, Brad. Here we go.
Should we just explain this with a text graphic?
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to be vulnerable about Brad. I was vulnerable about Kendall before. Might as well be vulnerable about cameraman Brad. The gentleman that is operating the camera right now is one of the most intensely talented shooter, editor, director, producer, everything front to back that you will ever meet in this industry. I'm so fucking lucky that I met him, much less that he's now working with me on this show that would not exist without him. Would not exist without him. All the funny edits, all the title cards, all the timing of the show that makes it work only works because of Brad. And I'm excited to see what we can make next. And just like Kendall, just like everybody that I've been lucky enough to have come in under this umbrella of Babish, whatever it is, I am so excited to see what they do next, whether it's with me or somewhere else. I'm rooting for them because Brad is a goddamn champion, and I'm just lucky that he's working with me. And I'm gonna make as much of it as I possibly can until he realizes how goddamn talented he is. Because he, just like me, he's a very self-effacing. So he's, oh no, Brad! So we're gonna utilize what's called the wet hand, dry hand technique. This is a technique developed by probably some French guy, that prevents you from building up a cakey residue on your beautiful, sweet little fingertips by only using one hand for wet shit and one hand for dry shit. That way, you don't end up with like sausage fingers covered in bullshit. So now we're gonna bread our sausage balls. First, I'm gonna dip it in the flour, then into the egg. And without breaking eye contact with you, the viewer, I'm going to coat it in egg. Oh, I broke eye contact. Shit. What do I do? I'm a liar again. Is that what I'm gonna go down in history as, Brad? A liar?
The best one.
All right, okay. Our oil is at 364. I want it at 350, so this will do. Gently lower one Scotch egg down into the fry-ulator, and I'm going to spoon a little bit of oil over top to try and, seal it in. I'm gonna do these one at a time, because the last thing I wanna do is over fry one of these. And I have to make sure that I have a few shots at this. I'm just sort of rotating it. I'm gonna baste it a little bit. Make sure that we get even color. There we go. Nicely done, Andy. That's me patting myself on the back. That's me self-aggrandizing. That's the fourth use today. It's looking really nice on the outside. It's very hard to tell if the pork is cooked through, but it's a very thin layer. So I think once the outside is fully cooked and nicely browned, that we're gonna have a properly cooked Scotch egg. All right, here we go, folks. I want you to know that I'm not cheating you, that I'm not lying to you again. So, I'm telling Brad to stay super wide so I can go like this. I can take the egg directly out of the oil, put it onto a paper towel, drain a little bit of the excess oil off. And normally I would let this sit for, 5 minutes or so to let it cool down a bit. But I want to prove that I am the best boy. So I'm gonna slice it open right now. Here we go. I'll grab this little paring knife. I'm gonna put on a glove because it's very, very, very hot. But I wanna show that I can make a Scotch egg with a nice runny yolk and not lie to you anymore. It's been 3.5 years. That's long enough to carry this weight. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh! We got ourselves some runny white. That's not ideal. Let's let it fry a little bit longer, shall we? Let's try that shit again. Into 350 degree oil. I'm actually gonna keep it low because I wanna cook the white a bit more because apparently it's not done. Brad, if I can't get a successful Scotch egg out of this, I'm going to really just have a bad time.
I think it would be very like fate to make us have to do 4 of these, because if you remember, that's what we had to do the first time we filmed this episode, and that's why we encouraged you to lie on the last one, because we made 4.
I'm thinking, do the thought bubble, please. You're right. Attempt numero dos. Do we have a runny yolk with set whites? That's literally all Daddy's asking for Christmas. Let's see what happens. Here we go. Come on. Say a little prayer for me, Brad, because I really, really want to go play video games. Oh, man. That is perfect. There's a little bit of set yolk, but mostly it's a runny, messy affair. And the sausage doesn't look totally cooked through, if I'm being honest. I don't care.
At the end of the day, at least you're honest about eating raw pork.
Shut the f***, Brad. Do I really have to do this again? I don't want to. Seriously, dude, the egg white was undercooked with this one.
Yeah.
But the sausage is done! What the f***? The only thing that I can imagine is we need lower heat. I've been frying around 350. Perhaps we need to fry at 325. So it gives enough time to cook through the egg white and the sausage, but doesn't cook through the egg yolk. Dropping it in. It's at 368 right now. It's gonna fall down to 335. I have one more shot at this. After this, I have one more shot. Unbelievable. I don't know why this is considered a simple British snack food, because not only do you need to cook eggs perfectly, which is a challenge in and of itself, you then have to bread them and fry them perfectly so that the sausage is cooked but the egg remains runny. It's kind of bullshit, okay, Brad? All right, I'm gonna really cook this one a lot because we haven't overcooked a yolk yet, but we've undercooked a sausage. And that, my friends, is...
Self-aggrandizing? I still don't know what that means.
It means like patting oneself on one's back in a much more grand way.
Like in a masturbatory way?
Yes, I'm taking it out. Attempt numero tres. If this isn't done, I honestly don't know what I'm gonna do with myself or how I'm gonna punish myself in what delicious ways. Attempt numero tres. This one I think was cooked for a little bit longer. It's got a beautifully robust, dark brown shell on it. So now all I need is for it to be cooked all the way through. Also, you know what? I'm gonna give it 5 minutes. Just keep rolling and time lapse through it. Just make me go fast now, and this is when you're gonna be time lapsing, and I'm just gonna be going like this, and you're not gonna cut. I'm just gonna be going like this, because I wanna let it rest for a little bit, because that might help the sausage cool off the rest of the way. You're not gonna hear any of this though, because it's gonna be a time lapse. It's just gonna be Brad speeding up to, I would say probably about 2,000% if it's 5 minutes. Actually more like 5,000%. If you do the math, 5,000% is a much more viable number to make it watchable. You don't want something that's not watchable if you're making YouTube videos. That's the whole point of YouTube. You want to make watchable videos. You want to make something that gets the people going, that makes them excited, that motivates them, that excites them, that wakes them up in the morning, that makes them want to try to be better, do something bigger and grander with their life, which is really what I'm all about! Cooked sausage, cooked white, runny yolk. How the f*** the sausage is raw and the white is raw. What the f*** am I doing wrong? I steamed these eggs for 2 minutes longer than the entire internet told me to. God damn it. Why do you guys ever watch me for any kind of knowledge? You shouldn't. I'm a f***ing asshole, idiot, piece of shit, scumbag, dickhead, face.
Can I be vulnerable with you now?
No!
I have to be, Andrew.
F*** you, no.
You need
no!
it before the
Brad,
last shot.
I have one more egg! Don't do this to me!
Not long ago, I made a colossal mistake. And if you watched the tikka masala episode of Botched, you might have thought it was funny. But at the time, it was far from it. We were about to surprise a fan with a special meal and a lot of money. For the special occasion, I thought I'd break out the fancy camera. We started filming and we were in the zone. We finished the first part of the recipe and Andrew emoted into the lens of my camera in the way only he can. But my camera wasn't rolling. Upon realizing this, I came out with it and the mood in the room changed. So I went downstairs to swap out cameras and fight off a panic attack. And you know what? Andrew came down there and gave me a hug. Hey, it's okay. Don't beat yourself up. That's my Andrew. And in that moment, I felt better. It's that kind of environment that allowed me to come out with my mistake in the moment. I could be vulnerable because Andrew makes such a point of being vulnerable himself. It's really what this show is about. And it's the quality in Andrew I admire most. I wanted to be a part of this not because he gets everything right, but because he's able to find beauty when things aren't, in a way few can. Anyway, leave a message.
Maybe it's because I've been using too small a plate. You ever think about that? Jesus Christ. What's happening? Oh no, Brad. This is not good. I'm gonna really put I'm gonna go to town on this one. Because so far they've all been undercooked in one way or another. The yolks haven't been set. So I'm really gonna go to town on this one. All right, Brad, that's it. This is the last one. The last Scotch egg we have of the 24 some odd eggs that we've sullied in this failed experiment called Botched by Babish. Oh, actually, that's the whole point of it, isn't it? Cheers. Did you get that on camera? Mm-hmm. All right. Here's to getting it all on camera. This is the last one, man. We don't have any more sausage. The grocery store's closed. It's almost 10 o'clock. This is it. If it doesn't work out, like I said earlier on, I will quit cooking forever. Jesus Christ, I hope there's no pink sausage in there. Oh my God, I can't take any more. I seriously can't. I see yolk. Oh my God. The yolk's a little set. I'm not even faking this. Like, I'm taking it out so you guys, so it looks better on camera. It's not a lie. Leave that in, Brad. Look at that. That is a runny yolk with a set white and cooked sausage. Holy shit, man. We did it. You and me, brother. You and me.
Are you self-aggrandizing?
Thanks again to DirecTV Stream for sponsoring this episode. With DirecTV Stream, you can watch all of your favorite things, movies, sports, and more, all in one place. There are no annual contracts or hidden fees, and you can stream anytime, anywhere in the US. Personally, I love the Cloud DVR, which is only an additional $10 a month plus tax. Learn more at directtv.com/stream. The link is in the video description.